Hey, welcome back everyone with some more Spyro into the Dragonfly for the PlayStation 2. And now we're off to Monkey Monastery. This is actually a pretty short level compared to the previous two that I did, Luau Island and Cloud 9. First, let's talk to this guy.
Those unbalanced Riptocs have invaded our sacred monastery! Of course, we practice divine compassion, so we really can't get involved in anything violent.
Okay, back in the homeworld, he kinda sounded Australian, and here he sounds Indian. I guess they're going after the Mahatma Gandhi thing and a non-violence thing, which I think is pretty cool, you know, there's nothing wrong with non-violence. Though unfortunately for Spyro, he's kinda forced to torch his enemies, but anyway, you would think that Monkey Monastery is a long level. Oh, what? I thought for sure I got my timing right there. Oh, jeez. But anyway, you'd think that this would be a long level and that, but it's actually pretty short. Like I said, it's shorter than the previous two levels and that, but there can still some things that's easy to overlook here. And these mammoth enemies should be easy to deal with, but as you saw, you can still get your timing off. Now let's get this Dragonfly here. If I get the bubble breath. Okay, come on you. Get over here.
Hey, it's Foamy!
Foamy, huh? That's an interesting name. I prefer to use fire breath here, which you could use any other breath here, but I figured since I'm in a snowy ice world, then might as well stick with the fire. And I do have to say one big thing about this stage though, and it's actually this ice. And the ice physics in here are fantastic, but they can cause problems here because this level likes to spam the ice a lot, which is understandable considering where we are. And as you can see, the fodder enemies here are these little adorable snow bunnies here that make this cute noise when you find them. But anyway, this is definitely a level. Come on, Spyro, have you been drinking again, dude? But anyway, this is one of those levels I recommend that if you see any kind of fodder, please do so, because between the ice physics and some of the enemies here, it's not that hard at all to take damage here, so make sure that you're able to keep Sparks healthy whenever you can by frying the fodder enemies. This level kind of reminds me of Colossus from Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage a little bit. And as you can see, those doors there are closed. The only other way we can go is through here. Now you probably see that chest over there as soon as I get this treasure here, but as you probably expected, this chest right here you need a key for, and we won't find out until later on, so we're definitely gonna have to do some form of backtracking whether we like it or not. And here's some more ice, which can be real tricky when it comes to narrow ledges like this. And my advice here is just to take your time here, you know, there's really no reason to rush things, and thing is, if you try to rush things, then Spyro will get more out of control, and here he's gonna end up falling into the abyss below. And you certainly don't want that. You see, when I glide there, I got that extra boost of speed there. You just gotta be careful. Make sure I got everything around me. Okay, gotta be careful with this mammoth because... Oh, I was gonna say... If he got me again, I was gonna be upset because... You know, I can't say they're a pushover, but these mammoths are kind of like the Goombas of this level, you know. You kind of have to try in order to take damage from them, so you really gotta be careful. And these Riptocs are really irritating. Not so much the club-wielding one, but the snowball-throwing one. You definitely have to keep your eye on. And the suck of it is that they look so much alike, and they take two completely different attacks. The club-wielders, you need the flame attack, and the snowball-throwers, you need the charge. But the only problem is that since they look so much alike and you really have to pay attention to what they're doing, sometimes you'll find yourself taking damage for using the wrong attack on them, so... That is definitely something you do have to watch out for. Gotta get the space right here. Just gotta look around and... Okay, let's talk to this guy now. If I can. Come on.
Spyro, I know you've heard that Yeti are scary monsters, but we are peaceful, which is why we live here in this once peaceful realm. The true monsters are the Riptocs, and they've taken my kind and imprisoned them in the ice. Can you save the 5 Yeti with your flame breath?
Okay, now that's definitely Australian. I like these Yetis in this level. I think they're pretty cool. And now we got our main objective in this level, and that is to free the 5 Yetis that are encased in ice, but luckily they're not too difficult to find in that. It's just a matter of actually gaining access to them here, which you'll be seeing the first one encased in ice here pretty soon. But, one thing I should say about this level is, this is gonna be the last level that I play in the game that takes place during the day. And that's probably a little weird pointing out, but, the last 3 levels, Honeymush, Themes Den, and Jurassic Jungle, take place during the night, and I guess they needed some night levels, and this is actually the 4th day level that I've actually played alongside with Dragonfly Dojo, Cloud9, and Luau Island, so that means 4 day levels and 4 night levels, which I don't know why I noticed that, but I just thought about it before I started recording this. I'm like, wait a minute, this is the last day level, so... And that blue gem that I got right there sets things perfectly up for this. Because that's a snowball-wielding one right there, and you can just charge your way into one, so... That is one game that that is one way that this game helps you out by conveniently placed gems. Kinda reminds me back of Dry Canyon in the first game, where it helps you with that glide where you free Maximus the Dragon. This part you gotta be careful, and as you can see I'm toggling my camera as I'm going up here. That way I don't get any sneak attacks on me. One thing about this level is I'm not real fond of this music because it kind of tends to get lost into everything. You kind of don't notice it after a while. It's what Simon Cowell calls musical wallpaper, where you do notice it at first, but it kind of disappears. And let's talk to this guy.
Greetings, young dragon. I believe the turret behind you could be a very useful weapon for you to use on your quest. We use it for our annual snowball war. Oh, it's quite an event. Although we are a non-violent people, we do have our vices. Perhaps you might want to glide over there and try it out.
We're certainly not gonna begrudge you for that. Snowball fights are awesome. And you can't get killed or get seriously hurt with a snowball in that. It's not like we're talking about guns here or anything, so... Hey, I'm okay with snowballs. But anyway, as I get the treasure here, you see this butterfly jar here. Extra life, always good. Gotta get this little bit of treasure, and now we'll get this turret here, which we have to use these for these ice walls right here. That one's a new area, but over there is our first frozen Yeti, and as you can see, you can't just blow up the ice encased in them. You just gotta flame them. But take out the other ice wall here. Okay, find a safe way to get... I usually do this in order to get off, because I notice sometimes when you try to get off as you were, then sometimes Spyro has a tendency of flying into the abyss, and you certainly don't want that. And this really conveniently takes you to the first Yeti here.
Well, I like the cold, but I don't like it that much.
Okay, now we go from Australian to British. Gosh, what do these things want to be? There's like 3 different nationalities associated with this war. But anyway, it's just something quirky I noticed. I like the accents. I think they're pretty cool. Another one of these club-wielding enemies here. Okay, just gotta look around here. And before I end this video, I do have to do this stretch right here before I forget about it. Just gotta be real careful here because once again it's a very narrow ledge with ice in it, and you certainly don't want to be too hasty here. And the awesome thing about me completing Dragon Realms is now that I'll be able to see exactly whether or not I have all the gems or not, I can just keep in track of it. And I know if it doesn't end in 00, I don't have all the gems in the level, so that's gonna be awesome. I know that was just a random comment. I think that's pretty cool. Okay, just gotta take care of you. Up ahead is another Dragonfly. Please don't give me a hard time. I just want to get you. There we go.
Hey, it's Holly.
Didn't I already rescue one named Holly? Oh, wait a minute. I think there was one called Molly. But I'm not sure. Similar names and that, but, makes no difference to me. A Dragonfly is a Dragonfly at this point, and I'm certainly glad to grab whatever I can while I'm grabbing gems. Though, like I said many times before, I'm not actually doing the challenges, so... Just gotta glide over here, and... Just gotta go ahead here and get the gems here, get the save point by Zoe. And I think... end things here, so... Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I will see you guys again next time.